Good morning, everyone. I'm sure by now this article should be familiar to quite a few people. It's regarding a photo from NASA showing the Earth and Moon from 40 million miles away. There it is. So tiny. And one of the things that caught my attention were these objects. Now in the article, it tells you the spacecraft that has taken the picture. Apparently it's one that's on its way to an asteroid. And they say that the Earth is centered in the middle of the 5 stars comprising the head of Cetus the whale. So I am assuming that is what these objects are. But what I thought I would do is download the picture and enlarge it and see just what exactly is there. And I'll get to that shortly. Thunderbolts Project also posted an article on this particular photograph. And one of the things I did is I messaged them here and I asked them, what are those other objects we're seeing in the picture? They replied, not sure. I replied, interesting answer. And then I also replied and told them that they should blow up or zoom in, and I think they will see some interesting stuff. And of course I understand the resolution will get pixelated the more you zoom in, but interesting stuff nonetheless, especially close to the Earth and Moon. They have not yet replied to that. Now the reason I thought it was so interesting, especially when I blew it up, is because about 6 months ago I was Googling, searching for webcam cameras on satellites around the Earth, and I came up with this website called Tate in Space. Anyway, I found that to be quite interesting, and I started recording video from different evenings when I would go and check their website out. Anyway, I did get some replies. People were rather critical about the camera being, the resolution not being very good. And actually, YOWZA, the cameraman, said he believed it was a hoax site. I suspect this site may be some sort of so-called art installation. Blah, blah, blah. And he said it's a performance art piece, not a real satellite or imagery. Nonetheless, when I zoomed in on the picture from NASA here, it looked pretty familiar to me as far as what I was seeing in the Tate space camera. And I will get to that shortly and show you. Okay, this is the photograph that I downloaded. And as you can see, there are faint stars or objects in the photo, some of which they mention, like the Pleiades up here and stars in the Aries constellation. But nonetheless, when I started zooming in, and started looking closer, especially around our Earth and Moon, it started looking pretty interesting to me. Now, whether or not it's due to the pixelation from zooming in or something else, there does look to be dark objects in the space around the Earth and close to the Earth and Moon. As you can see, around our own planet, there looks to be objects some of them to me even look like they may have a reddish hue to them. They look like round, dark objects. As you can see, it does look to me like there are dark objects by the Earth, between the Moon and the Earth. Right there looks to be something. This object looks like it has an orbital, just like what I had noticed in the Tate webcam. And they're also seem to be positioned in the same areas. As a matter of fact, this object, there may be 3 objects there. There definitely looks to be objects between the moon and the Earth, or around there. That looks like a dark object right there. And there's the one that looks like there's multiple objects with that. There even looks to be something right here. Perhaps here. As I said, I understand the more you zoom in, the more pixelated it gets, but there definitely seems to be stuff around our planet. Dark objects. 2 of them here. I don't know how close they are. They could be behind the Earth. Off in the distance. But there we have it. I think it looks rather interesting. The space right around our planet.